guys, it is Monday here at Witches of the Moon, and I'm your hostess for today, Blythe. And this week's topic is about herbs. What are they used for, and is it necessary to have some on hand? So, herbs are used for mostly medicinal properties and also their magical properties. You can make oils out of them, you can make tinctures out of them, you can make teas, you can just ingest them, you can smoke them. You can use them in lots of different ways. You can, if you're doing magic, you can roll your candles in them after you oil them, of course. And there's a lot of different ways that you can use herbs. And is it necessary to keep them on hand? Yes, I believe it is necessary to keep them on hand. A lot of stuff for me kind of comes up last second, or I put it off the last second. So I like to have certain things available to me, and there are certain herbs that I will use more often than not. I am not an herbalist, but I do have herbs. I have quite a few herbs for not being an herbalist. Um, I am more of the crystal realm, but I do feel that there are a lot of things that herbs are very useful for, and that I enjoy using herbs for that crystals just have a different use for me. So one of the first things that I feel is most important is cleansing. And what I do around the full moon is either I will take a herb and salt bath, or actually a lot lately I've been using my salt scrub. So what I do is I have this oil that I made, and this is grapeseed oil and lemongrass and white ceremonial sage and peppermint and lavender. And then I let this sit. This has been sitting for over a month. And then I just mix it with sea salt. And this is my scrub. I actually have this for sale on my Etsy shop, which will be made fresh if you happen to order it. And that's what I use, and it's great for dry skin too. The grapeseed oil is wonderful for dry skin. So I use that to keep myself cleansed, and that just cleanses all the negativity. I use that for the full moon. I try to do it at least once a month. It usually happens more often than that, depending on what's going on. Another thing that is really important is also protection. Protection is extremely, extremely important. So for protection, I will actually use rosemary and cinnamon. And I just bought these cinnamon sticks because I'm going to be doing some crafts with these, and I'm going to be hanging these around the house and actually around my parents' house. And I should have got bigger ones. But I'm going to be using cinnamon sticks as a form of protection, kind of make a protection talisman. And I also use ground cinnamon as well. I use ground cinnamon actually in some of my candles. This is actually a divination candle, and you can see that there is powdered cinnamon in there. And I also have mugwort oil in here and sandalwood oil for my divination candles. So that's what I use those for. I also have a sage and lemongrass candle, and this is a clearing candle. And so that is what I do for that. I have a blend. I'm kind of going back to the cleansing thing. I have a blend that I used to smudge my house. Which is actually lemongrass, sage, and lavender. And the lemongrass and the lavender kind of helps the sage not smell as bad if you're just using a straight smudge stick. So that is why I like to use that combination. Another thing that I like to use is mugwort for my divination my divination as well. That will go into my divination candles, which I need to make more of. So the mugwort and the sandalwood and the cinnamon. I always keep protection stuff within everything, actually, within everything that I'm working with. So what else can you use herbs in? You got the candles and the oils. I put them in my wax tarts as well. In the bath, burn them, whatever it is that you need to do with them. So yes, I am a self-proclaimed rock hound, and I have a lot of herbs. So maybe not a lot compared to some people, but it's a lot for me. So I do use them, and I do feel like I use them at least weekly. And of course, you're going to want to use specific ones for different ailments that you may have, or if you work more of a specific type of magic, protection magic or love magic or prosperity magic, you're going to definitely want to keep those herbs on hand as well. Also know when to use or how to use substitutions if you can as well. That is my advice for that. So, I'm really bad at ending these things, but that's what I have on that. I'm looking forward to hearing what herbs everybody else uses as well, because I really am not that knowledgeable. I feel like these are like the most basic herbs, which is probably where you should start if you don't use herbs. So I'm still kind of in the basics when it comes to herbs, but I do use them and I do enjoy using them. So I hope everybody has a great Monday and have a blessed week. Have a good one.